Here we are with James O'Donnell, ladies and gents, after a fantastic game. James, how was the experience today?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, great win. Boys were really good. It was really pleasing to come over obviously early, have a really good start, and then to keep the foot on the throat. It was really good.
Now, having lost last week in heartbreaking circumstances, how does the club reset and set the tone for the week? And who are the sort of the main people who set that and established that?
I think everyone sort of was pretty disappointed last week, and going into the week it was something we needed to sort of fix a few things, and it obviously starts with the coach and but also just the playing group in general. We know what the level we can play at, so I think that's a big thing. I think it's just sort of driven by the players, and then in training, and then obviously it came out tonight, so it was really good.
Yeah, it certainly did. And look, we lost three really key pillars last week, didn't we? In Brucey and Keithy, and then Gardner during the week. So, suddenly your name is back thrust into the senior selection. How much of a challenge is that to come back into a squad of 6 or 7 defenders, and you to have such an important role tonight?
Obviously, not great news for like Brucey. Obviously, really sort of not great for him, and long-term injury. So we got to look after Brucey. But obviously the boys going down, it wasn't ideal, and for me to come in and hopefully play my role and influence the team in a positive way. I think that's really important, especially with a bit of added responsibility. So I was relatively pleased with my ability to do that. But still massive work in progress. So it's really good.
Wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your role. So are you an intercept defender? What role were you given specifically by Bevo this week?
Just sort of key back. Sort of want to myself and Jonesy as the two sort of pillars back there. So intercept when I can, but just sort of play that role down there and lock up and do my best to stop the key forwards from doing their job. So it's important. Jonesy was massive tonight. Like, for him to come back after 6.5 weeks and not play the full game and have the influence that he does, he's just so reliable. So it's great to play next to him and get be under his tutelage. So it's really good.
And you must be absolutely pleased with your game tonight. So you probably had about 8 or 10 touches, but you were just involved in so many contests. Was it really hot out there?
Yeah. They like to sort of get forward and stream forward with numbers, and they got a bit of pace around the centre bounce area. So it was difficult at times, but I was relatively pleased. Obviously, a lot of things still to learn, and I'm relatively early into my career. So just soaking it all up and trying to learn each game. But tonight was in some ways pleasing, but still some things to get out of it.
And tell us about the game of the captain tonight. Bont was absolutely supreme. What is it like to just be at ground level and watching him play his craft?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I definitely don't sort of take for granted being on the same field as him. So he's someone I look up to, and to watch him dominate tonight, like as he's done all year and led from the front, it's pretty incredible to watch.
Yep. And is that the Bulldog DNA that we brought out tonight? Like, we've played in patches, but tonight it seemed that things are starting to click, and it's probably at the right time. Is that the sort of style that we want to play?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've sort of ebbed and flowed in games, over the last few weeks and over the season. So it's really pleasing for us to play full 4 quarters tonight, and I think that was driven by the group, that we were whatever the score was, we were ready to be given the same we were in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter to the last 5 minutes of the last quarter. So that was a really important focus for us. So that was really good to see it come out.
And just with your pedigree as a cricketer, how much does that influence your ability to be? I guess in cricket you're focusing on one ball at a time, and you're just in every moment. Is that a bit of an advantage in a game like this?
I think I've definitely learnt a lot, just from a sporting standpoint from my the last few years of cricket. It's been a little bit of ebbs and flows in cricket. So I've ridden the highs and the lows. So coming to here, having that experience. Obviously, a little bit more sort of high pressure and around in the AFL, obviously, but yeah, some of that stuff that I bought from cricket, I think has held me in good stead. And cricket's a great sport; it's a tough sport, and so it's helped me a lot. It's helped me immensely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, we were absolutely delighted with your game today, and just having a look at some of the punters online, just singing your praises. It's just brilliant to see, and we can't wait to see what you've got in store ahead for your career. How do we think the season's going to pan out? Are you feeling optimistic about what's ahead?
Absolutely. You always have to be optimistic, and I think after tonight we can take a lot of confidence going into the next. I think it's 3 games left or 4 games left going to hopefully a strong final series. So I think this is an important step going forward, and in the next few weeks it's important for us to keep making those steps forward and go into September with a bit of our tails up.
Fantastic, James. Lovely to meet you, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Very much.
Brilliant.
Cheers, guys.